This shit is big time!
You need to wipe down.
What's with the jeans?
12? You couldn't be more than 5. You're so fat they have to jack you up to take off your shoes. Yeah, well, you're so skinny your eyes are in single file. Well, you're so ugly your ears stick out to get away from your face. Well, your mama is
Hold it, wait a minute. Don't bring anyone mother into this. She ain't here. If it wasn't for your mother, you wouldn't be here. So remember, when you put down one mother, you put down mothers all over the world.
Oh, so good.
So priceless. Treat your mother right. Treat her right. Treat your mommies right.
Gotcha.
Hello, and welcome to your mom's house. Treat you right. We are here today as 4 mommies. Everybody say hello to Mr. Tom Segura.
Hi, Mommy.
Hi, Tommy.
And the dance champion, Red Band.
That's me.
Oh, Mom.
And we have a special guest in the mom's house. Please welcome Mr. Matt Bronger.
Hi. Hello, everyone. Mom's house.
Your stepmommy of the day.
Yay.
Now, you might know Matt Bronger. He's a stand-up comedian. He was on Mad TV.
Yes.
Very famous. And Bronger, what other things would people know you from?
Oh, boy.
I could tell you. I know.
Go ahead, Tommy.
Okay.
Yeah, you should let other people do it. I've seen you on the David Letterman show.
Uh-oh. Wow.
Making stand-ups. Mm-hmm. I've seen you
Tell us your
telling
skits.
skits of jokes.
Yes.
On you did the Tonight Show with Conan.
I did.
You got to get in that window.
That window.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Really awesome.
Yeah.
And you've also done Pushing Up Daisies.
Pushing Daisies. Yeah.
Pushing
I was on
Daisies.
there.
And Rim Job Tuesdays at
Rim
MJ's.
Job Tuesdays at MJ's.
NJ's. Yeah. I'm a guest host a lot of times.
And
Well, I mostly just stand there and go, look at what that guy's doing to that guy. Does he know that's not a girl? They find it hilarious.
I love that, yeah.
Like, who
And-
could be that ignorant?
and they're gonna
all
podcast
boning
that now,
around
right?
him. Yeah, it's got I think at last count 4.9 million subscribers.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
excellent.
Wow.
that MJ's Rim
Congratulations
Johnson's podcast.
on that. Excellent. And wait, what else? Because I know I'm leaving out stuff. Because we want everyone to know how wonderful you are.
Thank you. I did a little thing on United States of Terra. I was on the Halloween episode of iCarly.
Wow.
That was in 2007.
Oh, my stars.
And did a special, half-hour special last year before you.
Oh, excellent.
Oh,
So,
wait a minute.
yeah,
Hello.
We're forgetting stuff because Matt's done a lot
There's
of stuff.
so many things that we can't get to them all.
No, that's fucking
Various
depressing.
festivals and clubs and college.
Shitload of commercials too, right?
I feel
like I've always seen.
I
see them on
stopped. I
TV.
stopped doing them in like 2008 or something. But before that, yeah, I was pretty steadily. Not even not ones that were like, oh, it's so much money, but just ones that they'd show a lot.
All
you
over
know?
the- yeah.
like a crap deal I'd get, like flat rate, and we'll show it to your 80.
300.
Damn it!
right.
You know. But yeah,
That's a call. Now, if you don't mind sharing with us, where
Yes.
did you just come from right now?
just now,
Yeah,
the
just
dentist.
The dentist.
Yes.
It's been a real issue on this
It's
show.
been a dental
Yeah.
week at the mom's house.
We should change this to a dental podcast.
This is a
Fascinating.
The worst
The
podcast.
listeners, yeah. Oh, last week it was the worst
Ow.
podcast.
What's wrong? My molar.
Yeah,
Ow.
we did like a 20-minute segment on fillings and crown. Like, who gives a shit? I feel bad for anybody listening to all that. It's a fucking disaster.
So guess what? Let's talk about it.
More.
Yeah.
Now, how are your teeth? Everything's okay?
Everything's cool. Yeah. The bone structure of my skull is very dense above my
Yes.
teeth, so it pushes them kind of together, so it's harder for me to floss and stuff.
Yeah.
So they told me to get like
that's
an
interesting.
electric toothbrush. So
like
I
a
gotta
water
do that
pick
now.
thing?
Yeah, not water pick, but just like one of those little Oral B's, or
Did you always know you had dense bones?
it's something I knew. I knew I
Good
like.
question, Brian.
I had braces and all that stuff, but so I guess that's why. But yeah, I didn't know I had Cro-Magnon skull. I didn't know I had that problem.
Teeth are so important,
You're right, Tom.
and you gotta have nice teeth.
You do.
And you can't.
Someone has a
neglect your
joke
teeth.
about that. Something about some millionaires. That
Yeah.
had
All right.
teeth at the
Somebody.
same time.
I don't know
It's
who.
a funny
But-
joke.
But the thing is that people, rightfully so, get obsessed about teeth in a way that wasn't even possible before.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I don't think 40 years ago you could be like, I want my teeth to look like this. Now you can like
Yeah.
specifically like, but people still fuck it up is the amazing part. You look at some famous people's teeth
Oh Jesus.
and it looks like billboards
Right.
and shit. And like clearly it hasn't been perfected. Like Steve Harvey's got like layers of teeth. He's got different
Like
types
Shark.
of teeth.
Yeah. Well, if sharks had teeth like ours,
Yeah.
that's how they would look.
And
They're just
they're-
flat
they're-
and straight, not shark.
They're enormous.
You know,
Those
just
are
meant for
real.
eating sandwiches, not
Yeah.
you know.
But they're never good. The veneer thing.
No.
You never look at them and go, that looks really good,
Well,
really
and-
natural.
The place I've been going to is kind of fancy. I
Yeah.
mean, you know, it's like unless you have insurance, like pretty
mine.
much all dentist offices cost mostly the same. So it's just like, you know, you go in twice a year or whatever. But like I can see how like they're doing veneers and replacing all this stuff has made them so wealthy. Like where I'm sitting in my chair, I'm overlooking like all this majestic part of LA, these
yeah.
beautiful golf courses and stuff.
Yeah.
Remember how dentist offices used to be when we were kids? Like it was
Yeah.
like it was like just a
Brown.
step above a mechanic's office.
Right. Yeah.
You had the
Yeah,
snowy fence
Yeah,
background.
Yeah.
on the
Sit
wall.
down. Just sit down. You know, he just got to hold you down with his shoulders while he just, you know, pulls a tooth or something.
Yeah.
It wasn't even just like, shut up,
And
kid.
X-rays, they put the lead cloth on you, and then they puncture your gums with those stupid. Remember that with the film?
Oh, they put
They
the-
used to have to
yeah.
put like
The
a
bite- the
thing
film
Yeah,
in
you're
there.
biting
Oh.
like shit that was scraping
That's
the side of your
right.
leg, and you're just like, "What is this? A deck of cards that you bent into?"
That's exactly what it felt like. Yes.
A deck of cards.
Yeah, mine too. Like mine has one of those like sharper image chairs where you sit down, and I think they have like a heated massage thing going on, and they also have a
great.
remote control for this LCD screen that's like sitting there. That's never was like that when you were a kid.
No, now you can watch television.
Yeah.
And before you're like, oh, I had to use my brain. to
Speaking of-
They
entertain
didn't
myself.
pull back on X-rays either. Like you remember, like they would be like, "We're gonna give you 27 X-rays,"
Right.
And like they would just blast you, and you're like, they're like, "That one didn't come out
An
right."
inordinate
Stand it.
amount of radiation is going into your little kid head.
Yeah, and then like when we all turned like 20, they're like, "You know, you shouldn't really get that many X-rays. Like you should dial it back." You're like, really?
It's really like that Simpsons where Milhouse is Radioactive Man's sidekick or Fallout Boy, and she's like under something and they're just shooting him with a radiation beam, and he's like, is this real radiation? And the guy's like, and the director's like, great question, keep going. Like, doesn't even just keeps hitting him with radiation.
I was watching Conan last night, and you have this big HD TV in the other room. And one thing I noticed, they were shaving his beard off in this episode as a big thing or whatever. But he has veneers, I think, because his teeth, it was so close because they're shaving this part of the beard, and it was just perfect teeth.
Yeah.
It is kind of weird that
The only thing, have you seen
Big,
a veneer
stupid
procedure
chompers.
done? Have you seen what
Oh,
they
it's
do?
horrifying.
How they do it?
Oh,
Yeah.
It's really hard to watch.
I won't do it.
They shave your teeth into baby teeth. They shave them down.
yeah,
Oh,
like
Dick
little
check.
teeny teeth.
Yeah. If you removed everyone's veneers, they were just little nublets.
Well, they're gonna find out like veneers cause cancer. Take them off
Yeah.
immediately, and everyone's gonna have these crazy teeth.
Yeah, because I have porcelain fronts. I have 2 fake front teeth, and they're all my dentist's like, you really got to get the veneer. I'm like, no, dude. There's no way you're gonna shave down what I do have left. Because you're right. In 10 years, they're gonna be like, guess what?
Yeah.
Veneers
Bad.
make your asshole bleed, and then or whatever they do.
That's not
and
going to be
then
good.
Well,
makes
just
your
if-
anus bleed. Did you just fart?
No, I just clenched my ass because you talked about them bleeding. So
you heard him clench his ass.
He's got big lips. He's got big lips, Tommy.
I have
Oh, marriage!
they can
I have
whistle.
Did you just clench your ass? I sensed it.
feel. Yeah, I have a psychic ability to sense his farts.
Sense
and
that
his anal clench.
that you puckered.
Yeah.
Do they still use those red things at the dentist where you chew on it and it shows where you didn't brush? Because I have a feeling that that's like some kind of breast cancer thing that they just kind of took off the
I
market.
forgot about those.
I
Those
forgot
are the
about that.
best. God, I love
Those had red dye 99 on it or whatever.
Yeah, and you'd have like the dental day in elementary school, and they'd give you like a handful of them, and then you'd do it for like a day.
Were you really good about flossing?
I never floss.
Never
we
floss.
talked about this in
Yeah,
the last
Did we?
dental
Okay.
podcast.
All right.
Yeah.
On Dental Podcast 1?
Oh,
okay.
God.
We'll move on. We'll move on
Yeah,
from teeth.
fucking
All right.
please.
Yeah, yeah.
I know. We're going to get... All right.
Can we talk about like the thing that everybody's talking about?
What happened? Something happened yesterday?
Well, Casey Abrams got voted off American Idol. Devastating.
Okay.
Good teeth, that guy.
Well, in the other little story about we got him. What is it? Everyone's like, Osama bin got him.
Osama bin gotten. You not Laden.
Mike Burns had the best quote. He's like, look, man, it's like wrestling fans out there right now.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
let's just calm that. Like, yeah, okay, it's good that happened. You basically shot an old man in the face.
Yeah.
That's what happened. An old man was shot in the face.
Right.
A terrible old man.
Yeah.
Someone who
Shitty.
deserved that, but, it's like, I don't know.
But can I tell you that I really am annoyed when, like, I'm as liberal as they come, but the night it happened in Silver Lake in our hipster neighborhood Matt also lives in,
Yep.
I went to a restaurant and I gladly told the waitress, "Did you hear the good news? Bin Laden has been killed." And she was like, I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, somebody's been, and I'm like, listen, bitch. You should rejoice in the fact that this piece of human garbage is gone. And I rejoiced. I saw the news, and I stood up in our apartment, and I cheered. And I saluted the flag,
Right.
Bless it.
and I said the Pledge of Allegiance.
My thing is, I don't ever celebrate someone's death.
Right.
But I'm not knocking people that are right now. You know what I mean?
Right,
It's
right,
like,
right.
hey, that's just how I feel. That's just my feeling. But I mean, the thing is, I don't really give a shit that guy's
Right,
alive or
right,
not.
right.
I mean,
Yeah.
well, I like him dead better. Let's be
Right.
honest.
I like him
but,
better, too.
But yeah, but it's. I'm not going to knock people that are. I mean, the flag waving, we're number one out in the streets
Yeah.
and shit is a little bit like much.
This is asking for trouble too. It's
Yeah.
like, all right, so now all these suicide bombers are like, oh, our leader's dead. I guess we could just do it now.
Yeah,
That's probably the worst
know.
part about getting overexcited is when then it can be used to fuel
Yeah.
the other side.
Yeah.
But I think however you want to express it is one thing.
Yeah.
But it's definitely something that you can be like, it is a better place. I feel like
Yeah.
it's in the world.
Yeah. Well, how long have we been trying to get this guy?
That's the thing. It's like
Yeah.
it is mission accomplished. That was
Yeah.
kind of like from the get go when everything started. Like, well, that's target number one.
Yeah.
And to be 10 years,
Crazy.
yeah. But I
Yeah.
feel like the bigger story, anyways, is just that how he could be living in that house essentially 5 or 6 years
Right.
and nobody knew. It's
Without internet.
yeah, a house without
Oh my
internet,
God.
and they burned their trash on the yard in the compound.
Uh,
So they didn't even take they burned their garbage, no phone line, no internet.
Yeah.
I was saying, I mean, I kind of tweeted this yesterday, but do you think like some old like Nick Nolte type with a bunch of medals like came out of retirement to get him?
MacGruber.
they're like, yeah, they're like, we need Malone, call him.
Yeah.
I'm retired.
That'd be the best.
Like some Rambo type.
yeah, totally. Some guy that still comes in and beats up whole SWAT teams. It's like 76 with emphysema.
A guy who actually confuses Obama and Osama the whole time they're giving them. So you want
yeah.
me to kill who?
Listen, I got no problem with him just because he's colored. Hey, take it easy. Like he still talks like that. We don't mean the president.
Right.
And stop using that term.
You said Obama. No, Osama.
Oh, god damn
I
it.
keep mixing them up.
Sir, there's no smoking on this plane. I'll get it off.
Just grabs a parachute.
It just runs. Hey, did you see the
Yeah.
fake Osama photo? The best
Yeah.
thing about it was his veneers look great in it.
They do.
They really do look great.
Amazing teeth. You are listening to the Teeth Podcast.
That's all we keep going back to.
We
are
always
good
take
veneers.
it back to dental on this show.
Those Afghani dentists are pretty good.
Yeah.
And you know what I love is that he used one of his wives as a human shield.
Oh yeah, or
What
at
a
least the woman
swell
that was
guy.
there. Yeah, now there's
Whatever,
like back and
yeah.
forth about who was who.
Okay.
But they definitely said that women were used
Yeah.
as
Well,
human shields.
This
Nice.
is horrible,
Yeah.
but this is a joke. Some road comic
Here it
is probably
comes.
going to do.
Yeah.
Where he's just
Go
like,
for it.
I guess that's the thing about having all those wives. I mean, gotta be honest, right? I mean, one of them, you're right away when you marry, you're like human shield, right? Well, I mean, one of them, right?
Yeah.
You got the one that you know what I'm talking about, fellas. You got the one that's hot, right? You got the one that's like, oh, she
Right.
cooks good. Other one's
Right.
funny. One of them's human shield. Maybe the fat one, right? That's what I'm talking about. Human shield, big fat lady.
Or he uses it
Horriblest
as a
person
threat.
ever.
Yeah. Well, I better make my dinner, or else she'll be the next human shield. Like that joke.
Oh
too.
wait, you don't want to put out?
Yeah.
You human
Move to human shield place. Yep. They're on rotation.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Different days of the week, different ones are human
One
shield.
steps out of line, human shield.
And, can I say that his luxury mansion, not so luxurious?
Yeah, well, it's
Yeah.
kind of hard to like shop around.
He didn't
Your
say
real
it.
estate agent's going to be
Wait.
kind of shot
couldn't-
afterwards.
he couldn't go to
I'm saying
IKEA?
mansion every time.
Yeah,
right?
it's not.
Yeah.
We have a better.
What I don't understand, I heard that they built that mansion just for him. So they actually built it, I guess, before he got there. And then, but there was a construction crew that built it,
Right.
and they had to keep a secret, I guess.
No.
That's wild.
Or they're
No.
just dead, each one of them after they
I
make
agree.
it.
Like, there's a homeless guy in front of our house that just rummages through the trash, and it's so bothersome just to hear that. Like,
Right.
you can't hear construction or what's going on over there. Is it?
And I love it.
Terrorist.
Could you imagine them having to order internet though? Like if they did have internet, like the AT&T guy comes over and goes, "Oh, come on, this is bullshit. I have to install internet in Osama. I'm gonna die."
Do you what do you think it's like to live on the run though? Because that's something I was thinking about.
Horrible.
Like it's got to be
out on the
just
lam.
so much anxiety.
I mean,
panic
if you
all
ever
the
if you ever
time.
had like someone suing you or you've been arrested or whatever and you have a
Painful,
court
yeah.
date pending,
Oh yeah.
that's all you can think about all the time because you're just like because you just feel like screwed. You feel like you're subject to the whims of other people on a level you've never known
It's
before.
like show business. Yeah.
Yeah. But like I mean, it's like if you're waiting for like a court date and then you could possibly have to pay a huge fine or have to do time or whatever. It's just like, oh God, that's all you think about.
What have you
know
done,
what I mean?
Bronco?
It's like, no, I'm just saying, but like if
Have you, though?
like 8-9 years ago, I got popped for a DUI, and then I had to go back to court a month later, and they had this thing called the deferral program where, if you didn't cause any property damage or didn't hurt anybody, it was just you being a jerk and they pulled you over, like you can go through this program. It's like a couple months long, and then it gets expunged from your record. So that's what I did, and it was one of those things in my head though. Well, what if I get some a-hole prosecutor that's just like, no, Your Honor, I believe we should make an example of this young man. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah.
So it's just the invariables.
Oh yeah.
When you're on the run, it has to be a constant invariable. You just never know.
Diarrhea all day. Every
You know,
day.
ice cream truck coming down the street, just cock the gun. Just,
You're always like, this is it. This
This is it. It's coming right now.
Anything that
Guy
happens.
turns around to make your sandwich. You expect him to just turn around with like a tech knife, just all the time, all the time. Oh,
That's why it's probably it's the idea. It's really people who do that the best and are like as being on the run, who stay gone for years, and you're like, how do they do it? Are like people that are disconnected, like psychopaths and sociopaths.
yeah,
Completely.
You have to
Because
be.
otherwise,
oh, religious
you know,
zealotry.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm ready to go.
I'm ready.
Cannot wait to get to heaven.
Yeah.
Please come in blasting.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, those guys. You know, they can stay like, how did you lived in the forest for 6 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's no big
And I
deal.
fucking loved it. You know what this reminds me of is Tom and I used to have this guy that would drive us to and from the airport, like a car service, and he was an old man. He was like in his 70s, and he had a little crack problem, just a little bit of the crack. And I remember I asked him one time, I'm like, "What's it like to smoke crack?" Like he's like, "Well, I mean, I smoked it, and then I would just look through my people all day, just waiting for people to come." And you're like, "Oh, that sounds like the worst time ever." Like you're just paranoid.
But he said that
shitty.
was the fun part.
That
He
was the fun part,
he
looking
was
through the
like,
people,
the
looking
fun
through
part is getting all fucked up.
Yeah.
And looking through that people. That's the game, man. See who's around. See who's coming. We're like, that sounds fucking horrifying.
That's the worst
Like,
thing ever.
So the game is be terrified. Like,
Yeah.
the game.
Well, and what if you were that day? You were a Girl Scout, and you're just going door to door trying to sell some cookies.
Yeah.
Right.
That dude opens the door. Hey, hi! No, you didn't win. I won because I saw you. What are you talking about? I'm trying to sell cookies.
Yeah, please.
Old man crack.
He's waiting. Like if someone actually knocked the door, he would pull the door off the hinges, like the Hulk, rip it clean
Right.
off. and would be like, whoa, whoa, and kind of be laughing at that. And then I win.
We all win.
That sounds so bad.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
And I have a couple friends that tried crack. I never tried crack.
No,
but
not yet.
I tried it.
you did try it?
And is it like that?
It wasn't that big of a deal. It was just like, I mean, if you've done cocaine, that's pretty much what it was. It was just like, I just did cocaine. That's what it felt like. I don't know.
A friend of mine told me, he was like, it's the best high ever. So he was like, immediately, he was like, he said he threw his money out the window so he wouldn't be able to buy it again. Like to turn, he was like, I just threw my money away because I knew I wanted to go back.
Whoa.
And get it again.
Wow. I wish I could find that guy.
Holy
Yeah.
crap.
I'm surprised that you guys actually, by the way, had a driver. Was that like during the day when that Driving Miss Daisy thing was popular and everyone was getting drivers?
No, we just used
Cheaper.
a service that was really cheap.
Yeah, it's LAX
Better than
back.
parking.
Yeah.
It is cheaper
Yeah.
and better than parking sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
When your driver's not high on crack.
If I'm going for more than 4 days, I'll get a ride or get a service. But like, usually, oh god, those vans, those like red vans.
That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
worst.
I've gone like went to LAX. It was like 5 in the morning, and then just why are we going by USC dorms? Oh no, because then outside a dorm,
Yeah.
Shit.
plurp,
Yeah.
plurp,
Yeah.
waiting so long for this kid who finally ran. Oh, hey, sorry guys, still kind of drunk from the night before.
Yeah.
Let me get my stuff. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, college kids,
Yeah.
Christ.
the
that
worst.
The super shuttle.
So, yeah, it's like
That's
the
the
shuttle-
fucking
yeah, it's
drag.
that
Yeah,
shuttle.
super
my
shuttle. There's super
God.
shuttle in the red
They
vans.
pick
Those
you
two.
up 5 hours before
So-
your flight. You're up at
so
like 3 in
early.
the morning for your,
Yeah.
your 10 a.m. flight.
That's
oh,
amazing.
Yeah. You have to take a tour around the
There's
city.
7
before-
other people they're
Yeah.
picking up besides
the
you.
worst.
Holy shit.
One of them really wants to talk to you.
Oh, yeah.
Just had a coffee.
Yeah.
Hey,
in the morning.
you know, you're trying to nap against the window, and yeah,
That happened when I flew into Idaho to do a show up there, and they had we land on one of those little commuter planes,
Yeah.
and we are in the baggage claim is not even a carousel that runs. It's just they open a door and they take the guy. You see the baggage handler go like, "This your bag," and they do that. And I'm standing there waiting for my bag, and then they close it. They're like, "That's all the bags we have." So I immediately am like, "Fuck." And this guy who was on the flight, he has like sunglasses on. He's like, "Hey man, what's up? I'm Andy." Right? He's a passenger, and I was like, "What?" And he's like, "I'm Andy." I'm like, "Tom." And then I walk past him. I'm like, "Who the fuck are you?"
Yeah.
But he wants to like talk. I walk in to take me to like, "Oh, if your bag might have come earlier," and it turns out it did. So we grabbed the bag, and I'm like, "Oh, great." And he's like, "You got your bag?" And I'm like, "This guy just wants to talk to me."
yeah.
And then
Yeah.
we get out to the shuttle that takes us from the airport to the thing. He's like, "So,
Oh, boy.
I bet you're glad you have your bag." And I'm like, "Yeah, I am." And he's like, "So are you one of the techs?" And I was like, "No, I'm not a tech." He's like, "You're not here for the shoot?" And I was like, "No." He's like, "Oh, I thought you were just a dick because I introduced myself. You didn't really want to talk. I thought you were somebody with the photography group here." And I was like, "No, I'm not, man. But thank you for..."
What the fuck?
Yeah, he thought I was an asshole, so I didn't want to talk to him.
Wow.
But he introduced himself to me at an airport.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
didn't even wait till we
What
were
are
on
you
the
What are
show.
you selling? What are you trying to sell me, sir?
Yeah.
So
Hey, I'm Andy.
Well, I can't tell
Yeah.
you.
A lot of people look at Amway and they're like, "Fuck that shit." Let me tell you, man.
That's a good sales pitch. A lot of people. But you know what's the worst thing when you're on an airplane and then the person next to you, the 50-year-old house mom, who's like, "What do you do?" And you're like, "I'm a comedian." And then it's just opening the can of
Oh,
worms.
yeah.
So what are your skits about? And you're like,
How do
"Oh,
you
boy."
know who I like? You know who I don't like?
Yeah.
There's always that.
Yes.
There's one you don't like. There's
Yeah.
one you do
Yeah.
like. Yeah, and like,
That
you know, you should. I've got a friend.
Yeah.
You
Why
know.
don't you try to get on the Tonight Show? Or why don't you?
I've
You're
had-
like, yeah, I've never thought of that.
I've had people tell me that I should, but I don't
fine.
know. I don't know.
Or my favorite is when they're like, "Well, you just keep at that. That'll
Yeah.
work out." And you're like, "No, it's already worked out. Like,
good. I
do
make a
this."
living.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
I just had somebody
Just keep going.
that I knew from college come to see me at a club, and after I got off, they were talking to me, and they go, so you're gonna keep doing this? And I was like,
Love
keep
it.
doing what? And they're like, well, you're gonna keep doing this?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. And they're like, oh, that's cool. Like,
I love that because it's like you want to lean in and be like, hey man, you know the bottom's falling out, right? There's no gold watch when you're 50.
Yeah.
Whatever you're
Right.
doing that you're claiming is like a real quote unquote job.
yeah,
It doesn't.
It might not
exist.
even be as real as mine.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just telling you. I mean, I know you have that thing where you think there's a security in life.
illusion.
There's none.
Yeah.
You're
So,
right about that.
Yeah, you know,
Security's
people
an
think
illusion.
it's like what? Because you work in real estate or something. It's like
Yeah.
that's somehow more
It's a better
secure
thing,
or
yeah.
something. It's like, nah, man, the rules have changed.
What is secure? Like dentistry, huh?
Am I right?
Yes.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Orthodontics.
Doctor,
Veneers.
dentist, veneers.
Matt, you did one of my favorite things ever. You did IKEA Heights, which
yeah.
is brilliant. Have you guys
Thanks.
seen IKEA
No,
Heights?
what's that?
Oh my god, you don't even know what it is. IKEA Heights is a whole show that was filmed inside the Burbank IKEA
Oh, I love that.
Illegally.
IKEA.
illegally.
That's great.
We use those cameras that look like just photography cameras, but they film.
Oh, yeah.
And we
great.
did our scenes using their furniture.
Yeah.
Oh, how
And so it
funny.
started out as a soap opera, the first episode. The second episode, they brought me in, and it became like a almost a CSI. Well, my angle, because I play Detective Mathis, the homicide detective of IKEA Heights, and I treat it like it's just the worst neighborhood ever. Like, goddamn IKEA Heights, there's a murder and
Are
shit.
you serious?
Dude,
Yeah.
it is so
And
brilliant.
they usually end with us getting thrown out. Like it'll be like someone will be acting, and you'll just hear someone go, "Hey, you can't film in here," and they'll just cut. The person's neck will just break. Like the person just look over. Oh, we're not. What? We're just okay. We'll leave.
End scene.
And
then
by the
that's it.
fourth episode, they walked us out, and they're all on walkie-talkies, and they're like, "Yeah, it's them. Yeah, from that show. Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that it? Is
IKEA. What's
that
it called? IKEA Heights. Yeah, it's all of them.
Really?
Yeah, I'm kicking them out right now.
yeah.
Oh, here it is.
that's
Okay, so we're
amazing.
playing it now.
No.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and see, it's kind of like there's characters, and they're just getting in bed, and
me.
they're just straight
Tucking
up-
in.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
How about the history of our magical town? Billy, I'm going to tell you the story of the founding of our town. The founding.
Do you guys rehearse a lot before you do this?
Yeah, we
So
go.
you have it down before you film it.
And for the people listening, it's I mean, they're in full costume with like fake beards, and they're getting into beds of IKEA acting roles out. and
That was that. We shot that one in the kitty furniture section. So I was especially like,
So what's this clip? Like, what is the?
oh, this
premise?
is where I'm doing a voiceover. It shows the people that founded IKEA.
Oh, that's so great. And they're
It's like-
pilgrims.
it's like pilgrims.
They're dressed like pilgrims,
Yeah.
and it's like all old time.
and that episode ends with me getting tossed out.
Who else did this
brilliant.
with you?
It was a guy named Dave Seeger. He came up with it, and then Randall Park was also in it.
that's
And
great.
yeah, yeah.
That's
Is
such
it
a
for
great
like
idea.
Funny or Die?
It was one of
That's
those things where
amazing.
it was fun, but it was always like nerve wracking. Because
Yeah.
we had whole teams of people that would just distract IKEA employees.
Oh, really?
Oh,
They'd be
that's
like, "Hey, I need to help," and then get them out of the area we needed to shoot in.
right.
Because we had like fight scenes, and we had like we running around in there with guns and like yeah, like at one point, they did one. We did one the Halloween episode where we just had people dress as zombies and go into IKEA. And just like and there's zombies going all the way through IKEA,
Shut up.
and people
That's
were just
funny.
people were like, what's going on? And yeah, I don't want to give away, but that's a pretty.
So wait,
funny
is this
episode.
all on YouTube? Or
Yeah,
It-
you can go to
IKEAHeights.com.
Oh,
it has
it's
all.
all-
It's like 7 episodes, I believe.
Yeah.
No, is
I
it just
Awesome.
for fun? Sorry, or did you have funding to do it, or is it under? Like,
No, it's
Funny
just
or Die?
it's for
Just
Channel
fun?
101.
Oh, Channel 101.
One of the best websites ever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I love that shit, but I was actually scared watching it. That's I mean, just imagining filming it would
Yeah.
be insane because it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's one of the best web series I've seen in a while. Is it the reason you guys just stop it just because it's Channel 101 or whatever, or is it you just got tired of getting kicked out? It was
we just that was the last one. And it was just kind of done, and we were like either gonna have to start doing it at another IKEA, and the thing is, IKEA had a really good sense of humor about it. They're like,
Right.
we actually enjoy it, but they need to stop. Like they
Right.
were
Right.
saying that
Yeah.
in like press releases, like you need to cut it out.
Right.
But yeah, it was pretty much if we did another one, we probably would have gotten arrested.
That's great.
Really?
You know what would have been fun? I always thought that maybe you guys could be like season 2. You know, where you're at Target or something. Like
Yeah.
you move to a different
yeah.
different neighborhood or something like that.
Yeah,
You know?
So
that'd be
funny.
awesome.
That's really good.
Do you ever see House of Cosby on Channel 1?
Yes,
Oh, my
that's one of our
God.
favorites.
Yeah.
That's
Rudy.
I love what they did in
We
the
love
when they did
that.
acceptable TV, where they did Cosby's, but it was
Yeah.
like Gremlins.
Oh, yeah.
K-O-S-B-E,
And
yes.
she's like, just like, do you mean Cosby?
Yeah.
Like, so he's like, no. And Demore's like, no, Bill Cosby, the comedian, the entertainer. It's satire. Just
Right.
called it out.
Yes.
You
So
can't sue
good.
us. So stop sending us letters.
You know, like
Yeah.
a parody. Of
Yeah,
Bill
yeah.
Cosby.
As a
Yeah,
parody.
that was
Like
great.
what Saturday Night Live does every
Uh-huh.
week.
Yeah, it's called House of Cosby's, I
Yeah,
think. Right?
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
still on YouTube, I think. I don't know if it's.
Yeah, you can find it. You can
He
find it.
says
So
in that
funny.
one, remember one of the little Cosby's goes?
Yeah.
He goes, the pudding makes me stronger. He says it makes him stronger.
Yeah, and I eat the pudding slice.
Would-
All right,
would-
Mr. Cosby.
Bathtub Cosby won't get out of the bathroom. Get bathtub
Oh,
Cosby
yeah.
out of the bathroom. I'm about to poop and piss in my pants.
That's so great.
Rudy.
For the people that don't know, it's a whole cartoon based on just a whole world of Cosby.
Yeah,
That
Guy
He
got
has
a Cosby
is
hair and he cloned it.
amazing.
Yeah, he clones Cosby, so he has like
And then-
Cosby number 1, I'm cleanup Cosby,
Yeah.
and Cosby
And-
number 5,
Didn't
I'm
they start getting
bathtub
like more and more
Cosby.
retarded?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
then the future Cosby came out and was like, you have to keep making Cosbys.
Yeah.
Because the 100th Cosby is like always a genius Cosby.
Right.
And it was like a LeVar Burton Cosby with
Right.
the little laser thing in his eyes.
Yeah, like
From
number
Star Trek.
9 was naked and retarded, basically.
Yeah.
And then 10 was...
Oh, here he is.
Yeah, that's this House of Cosby over
It's a
there.
House of Cosby.
Theo, get off of the Rudy. Oh, I'll turn up the volume.
Cosby is getting worse than the last, you see. Jesus, you're right, Cosby. I like to explore the house. I will go around the house.
Stupid.
I'm Curiosity Cosby, you see.
You see.
Dear God, this has to stop.
Curiosity Cosby.
That's so amazing, man.
So
It's-
good.
Who did that? Do we know who did this House
I know
of Cosby?
Justin Roiland and a few other people. Only person I can think of off the top of my head is Justin Roiland.
Gosh, it's so
Because
funny.
he did the song. He sings the song and
We've
That's
we've
amazing.
spent like the last 3 years just watching.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
now and then you go back to this. This and the Tiny Hats sketch from Tim and Eric. Have you ever seen
Yeah.
that one?
yeah.
Tiny hats.
Yeah.
And I got this hat down at Tiny Hats.
You know, I heard
They're not
somebody recently. Well, there's a Saturday Night Live skit with Tiny Hats.
Yeah.
What?
Then he was getting some.
There was a
flack
big
about-
deal about that. where they
Oh,
were like,
no.
But you know
Right.
what? Saturday Night Live steals shit all the time. So
I didn't know that.
Really?
I don't really pay
yeah,
attention.
well, they have so much writers that I heard that. I mean, there's been so many skits that people are like, "What the fuck? Saturday Night Live just jacked my shit again," and it's just
Whoa.
because all these writers, you know, that
I
you're
guess
gonna
so.
have that, but or whatever.
That's serious
Who
shit.
knows? It's a
But Theo and
House
Rudy
of
have become part of our
Cosby.
lexicon.
That's correct. We
Because
called,
of that, we call people and each other.
We
Theo
called
and
each
Rudy.
other
Yeah.
Rudy and Theo for a while.
A long
before
time.
Before there was Mommy, there was Rudy and Theo.
Yeah, Rudy and Theo.
We even wanted
Me
to
too.
name a couple of dogs Rudy and Theo.
And
You
sometimes
too?
I call
Yeah.
you Camille.
I always have this thing where you go.
Camille.
Theo, get off of your sister.
I love Bill Cosby.
Andy, or not Andy, John Daly's Bukowski, Bill
Bukaki?
Bukowski Cosby. I'm fucking it up.
Bill Bukowski's.
Bill Bukowski?
He does a combination of Bukowski and Bill Cosby.
Shut
Shut
up.
up.
Yeah.
Who does?
Phenomenal.
John Daly, or he does like pudding, like jello pudding poems, or as I call them, jelloums. and he does like it's like wait, Rudy, Camille, where is my motherfucking Coke? And I don't mean the Coke that makes me smile. I mean the Coke that makes me feel like my dick is made of gold, motherfucker. So it'll just trail off
great.
into fucking vile Bukowski shit.
How does he
but
not
it's
get
still-
sued by the cause?
phenomenal.
Because the cause shut down House of Cosby
Yeah.
really fast.
Yeah.
It's
Be
amazing that he
careful.
could do anything, you know.
And actually, that
Eric.
the letter from the lawyer, I remember it was available somewhere online back then. It was like this disturbing and disgusting portrayal of Cosby. Like they were really like upset about.
He's naked right there.
Maybe that's
Yeah, the naked Cosby.
I do not have a penis that looks like a grapefruit.
Oh,
It's
God.
Guys,
fantastic.
Tommy, remember that clip you found of Bill Cosby doing like the Monday Night Football thing?
Oh my god!
And he was like, "Birdie."
I put that on my website a long time ago.
What is it?
Because there's a he was
Lost
actually
his mind.
doing he does a guest appearance on a college football game, and they talked about the game, and he does the intro, but he tries to do an old school like 1940s intro to players, where they would say their name and then like trumpets would play, but he does it all Cosby, so he's just like playing for the distillery, like, and he's like, and then on the other scene, like, and it just looks like a man is losing his mind.
It doesn't fit.
Fucking
Yeah.
amazing.
And one of his eyes is totally wonky now. Like he's got crazy Cosby eye.
He
It's
does
gone.
he has Forrest Whitaker eyes now.
Yes.
Oh.
Poor Cos.
Yes.
See, I saw him in Las Vegas this past November. But yeah, I was nowhere near him. I was way up in the nosebleed seats. But
Was he awesome? It's awesome.
he was
right?
great.
Yeah.
Great.
He was still good.
Yeah, it was just 2
yeah,
hours
of
of hilariousness.
I would love to see him
He's
live.
great.
Yeah.
Just telling
Grew up with
stories.
Yeah, just sitting in a chair, just rambling, talking about like he told some old Vegas
Red
stuff.
Man found the clip of the Cos.
Let's see.
So ridiculous.
The Ohio Young champion in the city of Philadelphia. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen,
What the
Doesn't make sense.
We're out of time, man. Have fun.
Yeah.
I love it. I could watch that for hours.
Wow.
Grr.
Cosby.
Cosby.
Cosby is good. Back
He
in-
never lets
I
you
love
down.
that show.
Hey, you
growing
saw an awesome show this weekend, didn't you?
I did.
up. Ooh.
What'd you go see?
Where'd
Prince.
you see, Mommy?
I saw Prince.
Oh.
Yeah.
Everyone's been seeing Prince lately.
It's actually really good. I'm getting some people have been like writing online about like, oh, this is the Forum. It's super ghetto. It's super crap. It's like, yeah, it's in Inglewood. It's not.
it's
it's not in
terrifying.
a, but the actual amphitheater is like a smaller amphitheater.
Uh-huh.
So like watching a show there, especially watching his thing where he's basically in the round.
Yeah.
is
Oh, yeah.
awesome.
It's awesome, huh?
Yeah, he'll start playing one song, and then halfway through, he played the song that's like on piano by himself, and then he stopped and was like, took the mic, and was like, "Hey, what should I do now?" And somebody in the audience was like, "If I was your girlfriend," he's like, "Girlfriend, all right, let's do it." Right into the
Oh,
song.
wow.
Really?
Yeah, like just my band and I will play any song we feel like at that moment.
That's great.
And then he's like, "Oh, there's some woman." He's like, "Oh, you want to sing?" And it brings some woman on stage, and I'm like, "No, like yelling." Like, I mean, no one can hear me, but
Yeah.
turns out it was like, oh, it's Gwen Stefani. You pulled a fast one on me, Prince.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, did he do Purple Rain era, which is like the best? Because can I tell you what I really hate? Prince went downhill for me when it was the D to the I to the A to the
Diamond and
M to
Pearl.
the. You're like, shut the
No,
fuck up.
they did not do Diamonds
Oh,
and
it's
Pearls.
the worst.
They didn't do it seemed like the newest thing they did was like Cream.
Ugh,
Yeah.
even
Like
that song's
Well, to tell you the truth,
grody.
because
Gross.
I have the musical
What's
taste. of
Cream
a-
get on top? What's gross? What's gross?
fucking foul.
Cream on your face. Cream. Lady cream in your crotch.
I have
I
a
think that's
middle
how it goes.
school.
Jizz,
I have a middle school
boogie,
girls
pop.
fucking musical taste, so I fucking prefer that shit. Actually,
D to the I to the A to the. Spell the whole song
love it.
again and again.
Oh, to the
So love
N,
it.
to the D to the pearls
the-
of love. So bad.
It's terrible. I'm personally the Purple Rain and then that Jack You Off song. Remember that one?
Yeah.
Jack You Off.
Well, he did. See,
Jack You Off. That
he
was
did.
fun.
He doesn't do any filthy stuff anymore, like
love
Jack You
that.
Off or Head or
doesn't?
Darling Nikki.
Ugh.
But at one point, he
Oh,
started
Darling
playing Darling Nikki,
Nikki.
Darling Nikki, and people started cheering, and he's like, "Y'all ought to be ashamed," and we all laughed.
Wow.
They're like, but I mean, if I was your girlfriend, it's probably my favorite Prince song. He
How
just
does
went
that
into
one
that.
go?
If I was your girlfriend.
I don't know
that
Was that an old
Yeah,
time
it
one? Like a
was.
Paisley Park?
Yeah,
era?
it's
Okay.
before Purple Rain.
Okay.
I think.
I don't know.
Maybe it isn't. Maybe it isn't. Anyway, but yeah, like all that era
Oh, it's good.
is awesome. But he did like all the Purple Rain stuff and like,
I love it.
and he just keeps doing encores.
Did he do I would die for you?
you.
And did he do the For You?
I think he.
That
I
was
can't
the
remember if he
best
did
part in
that
that
song
movie.
or not. Yeah.
I'm not your lover. I'm not your friend.
I always thought that Prince would have dry elbows.
Exactly.
He just seems like he would have ashy elbows.
He has little boots.
This is that song I used to promote,
okay.
if I was your girlfriend.
Oh.
Go ahead for this part to get over.
Yeah, I have it. Let me fast forward a little.
Oh, yeah. That's nice. Oh, okay.
Whoa,
Oh, wow.
Yep.
is that Miss Pac-Man?
Yeah, sounds like it, right? He sounds like a chick.
Oh. Oh, snap.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, see, it's because he
What
sounds
album?
like, I like when he's just like a little sex alien.
Yeah.
Somebody said was like, oh my god, did he walk in his hands? I was like, no. So I was like, yeah, on the show I saw he walked in his hands all over the stage. I'll turn my phone back on. I'll show you the picture. But
Yeah, he's like
stage is ridiculous.
He's so little.
It's that
and
the stage is
greasy.
that Prince symbol, and he just walks all over it.
Wow.
Yeah, and we'll just do like guitar. So such an amazing guitar player.
Now,
do that.
he doesn't do that shit anymore of the artist formerly known as, right?
No, it's just Prince.
No, you
He does.
Yeah.
He's like, "What's my name?" And the whole place goes, "Prince."
really?
It'd be funny if
Yeah.
everyone was like,
So good.
What are we supposed to call you?
Artist formerly known. We need to come up with comedian names like that.
Oh,
Why
you
don't
know who
we
else
have
came
names
out?
like that?
Sheila E.
Sheila E.
came out and did Glamorous Life.
Oh, I love that one.
It tore the roof off. Like she kind of
song.
didn't steal the show, but everyone was like, "That's exactly the song I want to hear right now. I want to watch you wang on those drums."
That's
And
a
she did in like a
jam.
silver evening gown, just whacking all these drums.
Wow.
Standing in the middle
Cowbell.
of the cymbal. Oh my god.
is this something that he's doing now all the time?
Yeah,
or-
it's like a residency because he doesn't have a middleman. It's just him and the forum. So it's like tickets are $25 to like $100 or something
I
like that.
would love. Let's go see
Yeah.
that.
I'm
baby.
going to do that.
Yeah, I think I went
Let's
with
go.
Kara. Took me, my friend Kara, our
Oh.
friend Kara, took me, and she got like the $50 tickets or something like that. They were
Wow.
just
I wanna see
unreal.
that.
Really?
Yeah, wait till I show you these
I
pictures.
did that on mushrooms.
Word.
Yeah, I was kind of I was pounding beers. I was kind of wishing I was high.
Yeah.
because it was
Yeah.
just like
That's
I
a high
think,
thing.
The Pixies are coming around again. I'm
Pixels
very
would be cool,
excited.
you know the Pixies. Where are they playing?
The Pixies and
Troubadour. No, that place. It's gonna be a horrible fire hazard.
Yeah.
What is Wait, when are the Pixies coming?
Well, they're touring they're in Canada right now, so I don't think they have LA dates yet. But I saw them I see them every time they come out, and I nerd out hard.
You ever see Ween live?
No.
That's a fun.
I'd love to see
time.
Ween live.
Really?
Yeah, it's fucking good stuff. It's like I don't know if you know if you listen to Ween at all, but their concerts are pretty. It's kind of like mixing like a jam band with Ween. Their live show. It's pretty sweet.
You know who I miss? John Spencer
go forward
Blues
from there.
Explosion. Did you guys ever see
Oh,
John
yeah.
Spencer Blues Explosion?
I never saw him.
He was fucking. I'm sure he's still around. Oh, okay. I see the picture now. Oh, yeah. It's like that symbol.
That's the stage.
His what is the symbol? It's like an ankh. with,
It's like
a
the
penis on
female
it.
sign and the male sign and
Yeah.
then a tail.
It's so fucking.
He needs a
crazy.
fleshlight, but like with no hole.
He's fucking
You don't
bonkers.
need a hole when you're with Prince, baby.
He's amazing.
He
And he
parties.
still looks good. Look at that. Holy shit.
Got those little
biscuits.
boots still.
Yeah, no, heels the whole time.
Yeah.
Can I tell you a story?
Doing a dance in heels.
I had a
Weird.
friend of a friend meet Prince and go backstage with
Let
him.
me guess. He was a dick.
No, it's well, yeah, a little. So okay, so they get to his bedroom, his hotel, whatever, and he takes off his purple pants and he takes off his purple shirt. And he gets down to his purple panties and purple socks. And she was like, all right, that's enough. Like the fact that the panties and the
Wow.
socks, everything was purple. She was
Lacy.
like, I can't do it. Yeah, it was
Oh, so your friend was
gay.
going to do it with Prince?
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's what I'm saying. And it was
Oh.
like too much purple. And she was like, I can't.
Oh, wow.
I can't fuck you.
A lot of purple. Turn her
He's
off.
tiny.
Yeah, he's a little man.
Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah.
But he's got a lot of heart.
He does.
He's
Yeah.
greasy.
I bet he knows how to make love too.
I bet he knows how to make sweet
Apollonia. Like to purify ourselves and Lake Minnetonka. What is it? Remember that sketch that Dave
Yeah,
Chappelle
Minne-
would make fun of him?
Well, because yeah, it said in Purple Rain. And
Lake
that chick,
Minnetonka.
chick jumped in the lake and it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't that. The wrong lake.
So mad.
Prince.
Oh.
She's naked and freezing.
Can I tell you that was the first time I saw titties in a movie? It was Purple Rain. And
Ooh.
it was so sexual. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like that blew my mind, dude.
Yeah.
Purple Rain.
That's pretty good, right?
Did you see Purple Rain when you were a kid?
No.
Remember all those old '80s
me
movies
away.
that was like the first time to see boobs? Like what was it, Hot Dog and like
Hot Dog. Man, I remember that movie.
remember that one.
Oh,
and all those.
I don't remember a hot dog.
I don't remember Hot Dog.
I've seen Hot Dog probably like 8 times.
Really?
Yeah, my friend had it on VHS. We just watch it like, well, let's watch Hot Dogs again. So stupid.
Really?
Yeah, it's about a country boy that goes to compete in a ski off, and there's like evil German skiers. and-
Wow, sounds
Yeah.
great.
Hey, you saw it a bunch of times.
They kind
Yeah.
of mimicked it in Hot Tub Time Machine, I think, a little. You remember like the
Probably.
whole skiing,
Yeah.
kind
Yeah,
of,
yeah.
like guys. But yeah, there was a lot of those movies. What was another one? Like,
Well, there's ones that were like okay, like the John Hughes stuff and like Better
Oh, I
Off
love
Dead.
that.
Where you're just like, oh, these are good movies,
Top
Yeah.
and these are funny, funny and stuff. And there are ones that are just like
Meatballs.
tits. That's all they're about.
There's
Yeah.
meatballs.
You know,
Hot dog
Meatballs.
meatballs.
Porky's.
Porky.
Porky's was like number one.
Right.
Hot Dog, Loose Screws.
Loose screws. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were all like based off the
Yeah.
Porkies. Like, oh, what else can we get?
Right.
Bacon.
Yeah.
Chicks are for fucking. That was one.
Nah.
Just the crudest names. Cutting right. Good
Tear that
God.
all apart. Do you guys? Can I tell you one of my favorite movies to this day is Revenge of the Nerds.
That's great.
That is still so goddamn funny to
Yeah.
me.
So it's a like
so good.
perfectly made comedy. right?
Booger.
Like, everything is
Yeah.
Booger Presley.
all the characters.
Yeah.
I always thought they should cross Revenge of the Nerds and Police Academy and have a crossover movie.
Why didn't they do that?
That would
It
be
seems
the
awesome. Like
You know, someone pitched that, and people are just like, nah, this is my property, that's yours.
Booger
Back
won't
off.
work with whatever.
Tackleberry.
Yeah. Gutenberg kicked the whole thing in the balls.
And everybody-
no dice. Steve Gutenberg.
Everybody
no way.
would hold out for the Booger Bobcat scene. Everybody was like,
Oh,
when are they going to meet?
so great.
Right. And then the big.
I was in a storytelling show at the last Sketchfest in San Francisco at the Purple Onion, and Bobcat Goldthwait was one of the people on it, and his stories were just amazing.
Really?
Because he used to like open for Nirvana.
What?
Like all these crazy ass stories. Like there's stories about him talking with Kurt Cobain and how funny Kurt Cobain was. And
Really?
yeah,
Wow.
That's bizarre.
crazy.
I met Kurt once.
You did.
Did you really?
Yeah, first time tripping on acid in Dayton, Ohio.
Whoa.
I went with this girl, I think I was 18, 19, and never tried acid before. It was a fucking great time. But the opening band was on. It was like this Asian band that they just came out on stage and screamed the whole time. Like it was not even music. It was like, what the fuck is this shit? And I remember
like
just
Shonen Knife or loudness.
Pizzicato 5.
It was
Remember
weird.
those guys?
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting like at the side of the stage watching the opening band, kind of like right in front of the mosh pit, and Kurt just was standing right next to me. I was like, "What the fuck?" You know, I look over and I'm like, "Am I tripping on this?" You know, and he's eating Cheetos, and he just goes to the man Cheetos. I'm like, "Oh, okay." And I took a Cheeto, and I'm like, "Oh, thanks." And suddenly someone goes, "Oh, Kurt!" And then he just throws the bag of Cheetos to everyone. But I put that Cheeto in my pocket. I'm like, "I'm gonna save this Cheeto."
Kurt Cobain
And
Cheeto.
Forgot all about it later, and I looked in my pocket, it was all fucked up. But I was going to go to the store and buy a new one, you know, and just say, "Hey, no, this is the Cheeto." But
Cheeto, man.
Oh, you had Kurt Cobain's Cheeto. In
I
you.
know
That's
I-
amazing.
fucking
Kurt Cobain gave you a
Cheeto.
Cheeto.
That is a good story.
You could have done so much with that Cheeto.
I know. That was the dumbest night ever. First time tripping on the way back. We're having sex while driving during a thunderstorm.
no. What?
Like the girl
While driving?
Yeah, I'm horny. And she's
Who
like,
are you?
She's like sitting on me like
know.
this
You
way.
don't even know,
Well, she was a
brother.
really small girl.
Oh.
And she was like sitting on me that way, and her legs are on each side, and she's just like, "Fuck me." And I remember going, "Oh, this is not a good idea." And she's like, "Oh,
Not
do
a
you want me
good
to
idea.
stop?" And, no, that's fine.
That yeah.
So dangerous. It's a miracle we make it out of our adolescence.
Oh, I know.
I can't
During a
imagine.
thunderstorm, this happened?
During a
Dumb
thunderstorm,
things.
it was luckily it was a station wagon, so it was one of those long seats, you know, where it's like,
Oh, okay,
like
yeah.
a big
Bench
couch
seats.
seat. They need to have couches in
days.
cars more often. They don't do
I
that
know,
much anymore.
Man.
That was a good
I
idea.
Wish. I
Um,
wish. Who did I meet? I met Susie Sue once.
How was her teeth?
Susie's great teeth. Oh, I mean, I have a dentist I can recommend if she has any stories to share.
Uh,
I
Have
totally didn't
you-
get it? I'm all, what?
really thought about flossing a lot? I mean,
We talk about flossing.
no, but
podcast.
we have to ask you. I don't know if you have to get out of here. We got to wrap
We
this
should
up,
wrap
right?
this
Yeah, we
up.
should wrap this
No,
up.
whenever you guys want.
No, it's fine. We know you have a demanding schedule.
Do you have anything
whatever.
you want to share?
Don't. Just locked picture. On
Oh,
my,
I didn't know if we could talk about
on
that.
my
Sorry.
pilot. Yeah.
I don't know.
Really?
People
So
are.
it's
This is very exciting. So
we're
let's
gonna
start
we're
this
now
over.
we're now gonna. Okay, so
Matt just wrote and shot a pilot, and now you're handing it over.
we'll be handing it over next week.
This is very
Whoa.
exciting.
Yeah.
Can you talk at all about what your pilot's about?
Yeah,
or-
sure. It basically I work with Comedy. I'd already pitched some things to Comedy Central, and they were kind of like, "Well, what would your show be about? If you had a show and you were starring in it, what would it be about?" And so I basically made it about me doing my old job, which was closed captioning for the hearing impaired editor, basically like a caption editor.
Yeah.
It was kind of like, not any advancement, but it kept me afloat.
Yeah.
Sure.
And so I made this guy not a comedian because I don't think people really want. I think Louis done it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like
Sure,
between
and
Seinfeld and
Seinfeld.
Louis. It's like Louis taking it as far as it's going to go, and it's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, it's
You know what I mean?
perfect.
So I don't want to come out and have a show where I'm a comedian too. It's like, who cares?
No one
So he's
cares.
like an everyman, and he's got his curmudgeonly best friend played by Kyle Kinane. And
great.
so
Love
we
Kyle.
kind of just go on adventures, and it's
Yeah.
almost like a Ren and Stimpy dynamic ish, because we go back and forth with me, and especially in this episode, I'm with the pilot. I find this record album that I loved as a kid, and I'm getting hammered at a record store at night with a bunch of people. And this guy's like, "Well, I'll give you this, but you got to be at this club by this certain time. You should write this down." I'm like, "I'll remember it." I wake up hungover, don't remember anything, go to work, and I have to piece together, the
Oh, that's
puzzle
great.
of what. So, and Kyle and I go out and we're chasing a record album. So it's kind of like, ideally every episode would be kind of like a little mission.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And it kind of has
Like life.
that It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia feel. If I could compare it to anything, it wouldn't be like that show, but it'd be similar in terms of like the look and feel of that.
Yeah.
So I wrote it with Brent Forrester, who is a writer and producer on The Office, and so we we just finished. I mean, editing and all that jazz, and so now we're gonna do color correction and do the final sound mix, and then turn it in, and they'll do a couple screenings in like Vegas, and then they'll do a couple for the Comedy Central people, and I don't know when we'll know, but I'm just really excited about just being totally done with it.
Right.
That's
You
so
know,
awesome.
the feeling of having it
accomplishment.
out of your own hands is
Yeah.
It's an
and awesome.
accomplishment.
They'll be fine either way, yes or no, but like
It's so great. I cannot wait to see this.
Mm-hmm.
How about like when you told them what your show would be about? Did you then write like a draft, or did you meet up with what was your writing partner?
Oh, with Brent?
With Brent, how did you go about like creating it?
we wrote we just wrote a bunch of notes for when we pitched it. Mm-hmm. I don't know if we actually left anything behind in terms of like, here's something for you to read, but we did once we had written a script and gone through a couple drafts that we really liked, then we turned that in. Because the cool thing about this is they gave us a deal where they just gave us enough money to shoot it ourselves, so we
Okay.
shot it ourselves.
Oh, great.
Brent directed it, we produced.
That's awesome.
Cast it all that jazz. So it basically was like a presentation pilot, but we also kept them in the loop on, here's the script too.
Yeah.
Let us know if this flies. Just because I felt like if we just turned the script in, and I knew I was going to put all these funny people in it, you'd read the script and be like, I don't know if I really
never
understand
get
or
it.
relate
Yeah.
it
They don't
to
get
it. So it was cool that they were just like, they met us halfway. They're like, oh yeah, just once you just shoot it,
Then give it
Yeah.
to us. That's awesome.
we'll have
man.
something to show people.
So you got to do something you really wanted to make.
Exactly.
That's so great, man.
Well, I hope
Yeah.
it goes.
Yeah,
and
me
we
too.
can all
Thanks.
see it.
I can't wait to see this.
Yeah,
It sounds
I'll
Yeah.
definitely show it to you guys.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
And then,
Regardless.
what are your? If anyone wants to see you, they can go to.
Just go to mattbronger.com.
You got any
I'm-
that's
next
spelled-
date? coming
I'll
up?
be in Denver, Denver Improv, and next weekend after this one. So next
All
weekend.
right, Denver's a great city, man.
Yeah, I love Colorado.
So Denver peeps, go see Matt Bronger.
Yeah.
At the Denver Improv next
Yeah.
week.
And you spell his last name Braungeer.
That is correct.
HITLER.
BUTTFUCK. And where are we going to be, Mommy, this week?
We will be at the Fort Lauderdale Improv this
Two
week.
mommies for the price of one.
Look at
That's
you
right.
guys.
Both
Nice.
mommies.
Seldom do it.
At the the Seminole Hard Rock, which is actually in Hollywood, Florida, I believe. And
Red Band.
Red Band,
I'm not doing anything. I'm just doing tons of podcasts,
for you.
trying to get my computer fixed.
awesome.
Yeah.
This
We're
was a
gonna
lot
eat
of fun.
tacos. Yeah, thanks for coming,
Thanks for coming, Matt.
Bronger.
You got it.
So much fun.
You're the
I
best.
love you. I
Love you
love
too.
Red Band. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks,
for
Red Band.
listening, mommies.
All right, go to DeathSquad.tv to download all the video components to all these podcasts. Don't forget to subscribe to us on iTunes under Death Squad and listen to us on Stitcher Radio.